What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be taking a lot of the paint off of the formula because I want the whole car to have this look to it instead of like this and then white. So we're going to do that today. So I stopped by Harbor Freight, picked up some 120 grit sanding flap discs, and I got my real cheap, nice, high quality Drill Master angle grinder, and we're gonna get sanding. As you can see, I started a little spot here. I want to show you just how thick this paint is. I mean, it is that you can kind of see the original paint under there, but I'm gonna sand down I'm gonna try and blend most of this because I don't like how they did the roof, right? But then they stopped it right there. But then it just looks almost like the car had one of those a vinyl roof and then took it off. Kind of, that's what, in my opinion, it looks like. So I kind of want to blend everything, make this door a little worse. It's funny I say worse. I'm going to get rid of everything I can, try and make it look more like this. And then I'm going to oxidize the whole thing, and I'm going to do some research of how to oxidize it a little quicker. But I really like this finish. But for sure, and this I'm going to be doing more blending, especially here too. But yeah, so that's the plan for today. So this is going to be a big kind of a time-lapse video of the whole car kind of changing its form from this to who knows what. Alright, so I figured I'd give you a little report of how it's going. As you can see, sanded most of this down because I wanted to kind of blend with the door. And I wanted it to kind of fade out and kind of fade in some spots like here. And I might go a little heavier in this quarter. But other than that, I'm going to sand it down because I want to get all the sheen, like the shininess, which on this side you could see, not really, but see how it's shiny like that. I don't want that. On this side, I want it to be, if there's any white left, I want it to be dull. Then the spoiler I'm just getting the smaller one because the big wraparound ones, first of all, they weigh a lot, and second of all, they're hard to find nice. Granted, this car isn't going to be nice, but I'd rather not have a 40-pound spoiler on the back. So I'm gonna get just the little lip, not the lip, the little wing for it. That'll be fine, but I'm figuring like that's also it's fiberglass or something like that, so I can't rust that. But it's coming along pretty good. I'm liking how it's turning out, and I can kind of just play around with how I want it to look. I'm gonna be rusting this myself with some stuff I buy tomorrow. I'm gonna go get some hydrogen peroxide, some salt, and vinegar, and hopefully I can get it to flash up like this real fast. But just kind of going at it for kind of how I'm feeling at the moment. I'm like, maybe I want a little bit more here. But it's turning out decent. It's a lot of dust. I moved the GTA out because it was getting so dusty in here, and I had to open the doors, which killed the lighting in some shots. But as you notice now, it's a little nicer out. This piece here, I think this is metal. I'm going to pull this out and I'll sand that up too and try and have it match. But there's your little status update. It's turning out pretty decent. Alright guys, so I did a little work off camera. As you can see, I got almost this whole quarter sanded down. I think I'm going to leave this. I'm just going to hit it with a palm sander just to I kind of like this. I don't know how this was done, but I'm trying to simulate that a little bit. But I got this part done. There was a ton of body filler right here. It's really dented right there. And then I did half of this for now. I found out that this hatch is actually, as you can see, is actually red. So this isn't the original hatch. The car is definitely a white car. I mean, everything in here is all white, so definitely a white car, but as you can see, I've got half of this done. I just got cooked last night. I was just done. So I'm going to pick up today and hopefully get the rest of this trunk lid done and this quarter done. Now, I'm a little worried about this side because since there was a ton of filler like right here on the other side, I'm worried that there's a ton of filler here as well. And I don't know why there's black paint on there. I'm hoping that's not to show like, hey, there's a lot of filler there. But if there is, there is. So, not 100% sure. But I'm going to get to doing the other side. And I'm definitely going to push the car out, I hope, because it's a little dusty in here. So, whoops. I mean, literally every single thing in this garage is covered in dust. I mean, it's pretty bad. So, hopefully I'm going to push this thing outside and continue sanding. Alright guys, so last night I got this entire door pretty much down. I used 80 on this. 80 grit, so it's got a lot of lines in it. I didn't do this lower section yet. I was going to do that tonight. And then I started doing a little here, and then I just lost light. I did some here. I might keep this kind of white like that, or not. And over here, I tested, when I pushed this thing back in, I tested my rusting, and right there is literally just bleach and vinegar. But I just went to the dollar store, and I can't believe I found some during this pandemic. But obviously I was going to find vinegar. That's nothing crazy. But I got some of this. I got hydrogen peroxide. So what I'm going to do is I got some vinegar in here, and I sprayed pretty much the whole fender down. I know I already did this portion, but I sprayed this whole quarter panel, and I'm letting the vinegar just set in a little bit and clean the metal. And then I'm going to take this entire bottle, this full bottle plus, I think it's a tablespoon or teaspoon, whatever the bigger one is, of just salt. I'm going to mix this together, and then I'm going to spray it on, and we should be getting rust that looks like this. And I'm going to do it a couple times because this right here is pretty dark, and I let this sit overnight and it wasn't as bright. And then I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with this. What I might do is do all this and then sand this down and then do it again so that this part is a little bit lighter than the rest, so that the rest will be dark and this will be light rather than leaving the white, because I kind of like this look. But I don't know how this look was acquired, but whatever. It almost looks like it was filler that was sanded, and I don't know. That's probably what it was. But I'm kind of liking this look. It's way better than the white. And looking at it from here, I'm realizing that white spot has got to go. But that's where I'm at. It's another day, and it is ridiculously windy, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do any recording of me actually sanding this stuff down. But that's what I'm trying to do today. But I'm kind of happy with how this is turning out. Alright guys, so I'm real bad with the progress on this build so far. But I did spray this door. Got this all looking patinaed. And I got the quarter, it's just sanded down now. And then I went ahead and I hit this with a this orbital sander here and here. Just to get it real low, like very thin, because I feel like this right here, that's how they did it here. Well, I guess that's how it was left there. And then this, I kind of cleaned this up and sanded it down even more. I might even get rid of this whole spot entirely, but I'm not sure yet. I got a render of what I want the car to look like, and I got rid of this, which it looks pretty cool, but it's how it is. And then I just sprayed the whole car off, and yeah, as you can see, it's this side I didn't hit that much. But I'm going to go ahead and take the orbital sander and hit it here, try and blend it a little bit. But that's the progress so far on sanding all that down. So now I'm going to sand that, or not sand it. I'm going to, now I'm going to do all the patinaing on this, which I'm going to make a separate video on. So if you want to know exactly how I'm doing it, check that video out. But yeah, here's where we are. Pretty cool. I'll check up with you guys when that is looking all rusty. Alrighty guys, so as you could see here, I've got this side and this side all patinaed, and I'm really happy how this came out. Granted, this will get better over time when the metal is curing itself, just like it did on the front. But I'm shocked at how cool this turned out. It really does look like it's been kind of like that for the whole time. And I did leave a couple spots like here white. Maybe over time I'll just kind of blend that in a little better with some paint. But I'm really happy with how that turned out. I never ended up making a video of how to rust metal, but you could find that on YouTube all over the place. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. So this is this car going from half white, half rusted to completely rusted. I threw the taillights in really quick. These aren't the ones I'm going to be running, but I had them laying around, and I kind of wanted to see what it would look like with the taillights in. These are 85 to 90 Trans Am ones with the Formula or Firebird center. But I'm going to be running different taillights. But I'm blown away with how cool it looks. It looks like it's been that way forever. But to see more on this build, definitely stay tuned. And I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.